Okay, y'all. Hello, 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 hello. I'm joining you guys from Paris. You saw the caption. Paris is still hot. It's hot, but it's not hotter than hell this time. This time, it is not hotter than hell. So, right now it's about 92 degrees or so, 92, 93. And yeah, it's uncomfortable, but I can deal with this. This I can deal with. I don't have a problem if it's in the 90s. We're expected to get in the like 92, 93, 94 all throughout this week and next week for the next 7 days. And then it'll cool down a bit to more normal temperatures. This is hot, but y'all, it's nothing like it was the other week when it was literally 103, 104. So, uh got the two fans on. I'm staying hydrated, I'm staying out of the sun, right? I'm staying inside until when it's really warm. And yeah, that's kind of how I'm living. Thank you all for asking about how I was doing. Some of you were so very kind in your responses. I appreciate it. Some of y'all weren't. And I'm not gonna say no shade because it's some shade. Some of y'all weren't. Some of y'all were very much like, oh, boo hoo, and you know who you are, and you didn't think of that. You should have took an air conditioner over there. Let me tell you a couple things. Number one, it will cost me more. Some people did ask, genuinely did ask some questions, okay, and they were not rude or anything like that. They just had questions, so I respect that. Um, but honestly, it's not like it will be difficult for me to take an air conditioner from America and bring it here because the wiring is totally different. We have totally different plugs. America, you have the three plug, the two prong. We've got we've got three. If you bring an appliance here from America, you need a converter. So those converters typically don't work well with larger appliances. I don't think they work at all with larger appliances. I have one a converter for my flat iron. That's a small thing, right? It works fine. But when it comes to electrical products that you plug in, they are not going to work here. So it's not as simple as just bringing, like, going to Home Depot or going to Lowe's and buying an air conditioner and bringing it here. Let's see. Secondly, just like I have a thought to buy an air conditioner, or I had the thought to buy an air conditioner when it was 100 degrees, 100 plus degrees, everyone else has the same thought. And they are pretty much unavailable. When I checked Amazon, they are sold out for the next 3 to 6 months. So a 3 to 6 month waiting period. In 3 to 6 months, definitely in 6 months, I'm going to need heat, not air. So it would be like buying it for next summer. That's not going to provide me with any relief now. Secondly, the type of air conditioning. A lot of these units work using condensation, they work with water, and they work with putting ice cubes in them. My apartment, I have a loft, and I already have a slight issue with condensation. So what I don't want to have happen is to use those particular units and then have it all moldy up in here. Like I'm just creating a different problem. Um, most heating units, like people have to understand that most of these buildings are old, and even the ones that are not old, it is not usually very, very hot here. You may get some 90-degree days, but a string of them is not normal. 104 degrees is not normal, right? We gotta have global warming to thank for that. So, there hasn't really been like a need for it up until now. Now, unfortunately, we had 2,000 people who passed away, more than 2,000 who passed away because of this heat wave, right? So I think at this point it's becoming a political issue, and you've got some people who are making it a political issue. Let's see, what is hey is it hey Alan, buy a nice humidifier to get the hot moisture out and make it breathable. I tried that. I want to get There was a unit that was for sale at Lido with a dehumidifier, like a multi-unit cooling dehumidifier. I thought that would be perfect, but of course they were sold out. I went there on Thursday to get one, and they were gone. Not there. I went there and there was no air conditioners in sight. But I'm going to see what I can do about it. I think I can get a dehumidifier. I think I can do that. So I'm going to try your idea. Thank you for that suggestion, Alan. Let me buy a dehumidifier because I need to buy one anyway, to be honest with you. So I'll go ahead and do that and see what we can make happen. But yeah, it's really difficult to get an air conditioning unit at this point. The big ones, I am not sure if my apartment can handle the capacity, the electrical load, to be totally honest with you. So that's kind of where we are dealing with this heat. Like I said, I can deal with the 90s. I can deal with the 90s. Okay. I can deal with the 90s. 90s are uncomfortable, but it's not like, when you walk out the house and it's 100 plus degrees here, it just felt like somebody let all the wind out. Like it felt hotter than hell. It felt like I was literally in the southernmost part of hell. And yeah, I can kind of deal with. I'm sweating, it's okay, but I can sleep. In 100 degrees when it was so hot a couple weeks ago that it was like it was impossible to sleep. It was quite a bit much. This I can deal with. So I'm going to temper my complaints, right? I'm going to temper my complaints. It's hot, but I can deal with this. I'm not walking around on people until I absolutely have to, though, because everyone is just mad. Everyone is just angry. Everyone is just hot, and we're not getting no relief. And again, remember, y'all, most of your public buildings do not have air conditioning. Some of your smaller private stores and shops do have air. They have the portable machines. And when I say portable machines, let me be very specific in what I'm talking about. I mean, like, not the window units that we're used to in America, right? We don't have those here. Our windows push out, they don't lift up. So that's one thing. So the typical units in America, it's not going to work here. Secondly, most of them have the large hoses and you port them out the window or the door. So that's kind of what we're dealing with. But yeah, it's hot here, it's warm, but we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay this time around. So, but thank you all so much for your concern. Some of you were really kind and considerate. You gave me some really good tips. You told me to soak my feet in ice water. Thank you for that. You told me to get a fan and get a sheet, wring it out, wet it, wring it out, put the sheet over the fan to blow cold air. You told me to get freeze water bottles, hang them on the fan. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I don't think I can do that one. But you've been giving me some really good tips. A frozen rag, that was a good tip too. Um, Alan, it's been 95 to 100 degrees in Tallahassee. Oh no, your central unit ran out. Oh no, I'm sorry. I am sorry. Listen here. I'm glad that you were able to buy the window units though. I, Look, Florida is just hot. I lived in Georgia for 15 years. And every time I would go to Florida, I would be like, you know what? This is some bullshit. Florida is hot as I don't know what. So I can definitely understand. I'm just glad that you have your window units, and I hopefully you can get your central unit fixed very quickly. I know the HVAC people are busy. I know they're busy, so I'm hoping you can get that repair in very soon and find some relief. But in the meantime, you've got the window units. Because listen, don't nobody need to be hot, okay? Hey, Lewis. Hey there, Tucson. Listen, that's another place. I used to travel to Phoenix sometimes. Arizona heat don't play. It was like 120 degrees in August. I went one time and people were like, "Oh, make sure you drink water because you really don't feel that you're dehydrated." But yeah, when I tell you it's hot, 105 degrees. Y'all are used to that dry heat. Y'all really are. You really are. Oh my goodness, it's hot there. Okay, is it NH YouTube? Hey there, Miami. Listen, I see. To me, it's a different thing. I think it's so many people with the economy being the way it is there. It's a lot of people who may not be able to afford to run their air, or they have repairs that are really expensive to make, and it's just been hot. And from what I'm hearing, y'all been hammered with it, right? Like it's been hot. So some people were very much I had to tell somebody like your turn is coming. Okay, this global warming, it ain't sparing nobody. And karma is a bitch in stilettos. Okay. So there are some people who are very rude and unnecessarily rude about everything. But just remember, weather don't show no favors. So this global warming don't show no favors. And the weather is just crazy everywhere. We literally are in is what El Nino. The weather is crazy. Global warming, it hits everybody. Europe is one of the fastest growing continents in terms of temperature, yes. So that is going to inform what happens for me, right? Like, here it is. I was worried about the cold, and no, heat is what I have to worry about. And this is my fifth summer here, and it's never been like this ever. Because some people were like, "Oh, you should have brought, you should have been prepared." Okay, okay, okay. I wish all of y'all, especially like you said, Miami, NH YouTube. I know y'all used to the heat and it's always hot, but it gets to be a lot. Florida is just hot. Florida is so hot to me. So I'm wishing you some cooler temperatures. Hopefully you can go to the beach and cool off a bit. If that's a good thing, there is no water near me, so I'm like an hour and a half, 2 hours from water, from a beach. So yeah, it's not nothing to cool me off. So but I definitely hope you guys can get some relief for the heat. I don't wish this kind of stuff on anybody. If you don't have the proper air, okay, I don't wish this on anybody. Like I said, 2,000 people, more than 2,000 passed away here, mainly elderly. You had a lot of people who we had about 40 to 50 or more who passed away. They drowned, unfortunately. Rest in peace to all the victims. But I think that these deaths were preventable. There has to be something done because in 2003 was the last time it was a major, major heat wave, and so many uh, thousands and thousands of people passed away. So it isn't like this is something that is unheard of. It's just this is something that hasn't been paid attention to. And so I'm not about to argue with nobody about no AC. Absolutely not. Because you know what? If I can get one, I'm gonna get one. I have a very small unit, very small loft. Don't even really have the space for it, really. But if I can pick one up, I'm definitely going to pick one up, especially in terms of I either have two options. Either I stay here or I go back home to Atlanta. I go back to Atlanta or my mama in Detroit, which both of those places right now are really hot. I talked to my mom a couple days ago and she was saying how hot it is in Detroit. Now that's unusual for Detroit, especially. Like we usually have very mild summers. But again, it's global warming. Everyone is facing different weather patterns, record numbers of hurricanes, record numbers of storms, record numbers of just wild shit happening that's never quite happened before. So buckle up, buttercups, all of us, myself included. It is informing what I do. And I'm definitely like, I got caught slipping last time. Won't happen again. I will fly my behind home. Okay. I will fly to Atlanta or Detroit. And I know both of those places got AC. So we'll see how temperatures go in August. That's when it normally is a little bit hot in August. We usually have a couple of warm days. Not sure how it'll be this year. But again, we're going to be in the 90s up through next Tuesday. So we shall see how it goes. We shall see. We shall see. But I will listen. I will exercise in my creature comforts and go somewhere else. Okay, I will go home. And all of Europe is experiencing this. Portugal, Turkey, Switzerland, you know, the UK, they were hot as I don't know what also. They're never hot, ever. They were a little bit cooler than we were, but they're never hot. And y'all got to remember these homes are built to keep the air in. They're built to keep the warm air in because usually keeping the home warm is an issue, not the air part of it. So it's just historic weather patterns. And yeah, like I said, I might have to book me a flight. Because some people did mention go somewhere cooler. It's kind of hard to find somewhere cooler unless I'm going to like Scandinavia somewhere. Yeah, yeah. This heat dome is cooking America. Listen, no sides or desserts. I love it. No sides. No sides, no nothing. Listen, no dessert for you. Okay. I totally get it. And I like dessert. So it's like, what's going on? Yeah, barbecuing. Because I definitely felt like a rotisserie chicken. I felt like I was being slow roasted up in here. Okay. That's how I felt. It just was exhaustingly hot. Anybody who work outside, man, you earning every penny. Okay. Public safety, people who are doing construction, line workers, security guards, anybody who's working outside, baby, you earned all your money. You earned all your money because it's just hot. Okay, crossing guards, whatever you do, you earned all your money because yeah, it definitely is hot. So I'm surviving. I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to try to stay cool, and that's all that I really can do. But you're right, Alan. This heat dome is cooking us well done. Okay, well done. No, not medium well. Well done, for real. Well done. So I'm gonna try to get some relief from it. Thank you all so much for joining me. I don't have anything else to add. Yeah, it's hot as hell again here. Not as hot as the last time. Because literally people were sleeping in the park. They were sleeping on the grass. Y'all got to remember too, when you're in a high-rise building, that temperature is going to be at least like anywhere from 5, 10 to 15 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe more, warmer. And if it's 104, you can only imagine. Only imagine. Hey, Agami Glow, you can only imagine. It's just hot. It's just hot, y'all. So yeah, I feel for anybody who was in a high rise. You smoking. You're smoking like you're smoking from the inside out. I'm lucky. I'm blessed to have a terrace level ground floor, like a ground floor unit. So it is a little bit cool. But if you are with that sun beating on your apartment's back, oh baby, you in for it. You're in for it. So yeah, this is one of those like, don't touch me. I don't want nothing extra on me. Right? You go outside, I don't want no extra nothing. I don't want no extra clothes. I don't want no extra nothing. If you can go outside and be bucket, naked, you can't. But if you could, that would be a great option. But I'm telling you, it's just like I don't want anything extra. I don't. It was so hot. I had to take these earrings off. Okay, I had to take my earrings off. It was like I listen. No bra, no earrings, no jewelry, because everything just gets heat. Okay, I didn't want no extra nothing. Listen, you no lotion. Now I didn't go that far. I did have to put some stuff on. I couldn't go that far. I can't be ashy. I might be hot, but I can't be ashy, right? But it was so hot that I don't even think the ash would even show. Okay, it was so hot that it would just be like whatever. But I totally get it. You don't want anything extra on your skin. I used glycerin. Well, I use glycerin. So, but that kind of holds moisture in. But yeah, I definitely understand. I was definitely yeah, I was trying to be as with as few clothes as possible. Okay, just turn me into a baby again. Can put put me on a pamper and no shirt, right? Like the babies, and I feel sorry for them because they're just irritable. They're irritable, and what can you do? This is hard for babies and elderly people. Sunscreen will be your lotion. I hear you on that one. We gotta protect the melanin. That is, I definitely put mine on. I was like, let me put this sunscreen on. Okay. I just started wearing sunscreen like 3 years ago, maybe four. Yeah, 3 years ago. So the protection of melanin, but yeah, it's too it's I went to and the only reason why I wore it, I went to Portugal. And Portugal is so damn hot. I went to Portugal and needed it, and I started wearing the it's French sunscreen. It's really good. But honestly, I needed to have worn it being in Atlanta because I got sunburned once years ago, and I didn't know what the hell it was. Like I never had to worry about that being in Michigan, being in Detroit. We never the sun never got that hot, but Atlanta, oh baby, mm-mm, mm-mm. I found out at being at the pool that sun was beaming off of my melanin. I'm like, what's going on? I started scraping off stuff. Like, oh no, what is this? Mm-mm. That was I definitely got sunburned. So don't we cannot believe that we will not get sunburned because I definitely did. Definitely did. Yeah, Alan, I'm telling you, I got sunburned. I was like, oh no. Oh, on your face. That sounds painful. I hope you were okay. It sounds painful. I don't know. Sometimes it seems like when you go somewhere else, the sun just hit different in other places. You went to Cancun, got your first sunburn last year. Yeah, I got sunburned twice until I was like, oh no, we're not doing this. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. Absolutely not. You can even with the melanin, no, you can still get burned. But yeah, I make sure when I go out that I at least have it on my face. I need to get some other sunscreen for like my arms and my body. Some different a different type because I have like a moisturizer stick, and so I need to get something else like a lotion for my body. So I need to get better at it. But yeah, it just seems like when you're traveling, gets to be a lot. But anyway, y'all, I'm sitting here sweating and I'm hot. So I'm going to turn this fan up. Thank you all so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow the channel. I'll keep you guys. I'm gonna try to start going live a little bit more, right? And maybe tomorrow when it get a little cooler. Either it has to be early in the morning or later, because like now is the heat of the day. It's 7 p.m. right now, my time. So um I'll go live tomorrow, let you guys know how I'm doing, how I'm holding up in this heat. But so far so good, y'all. Thank you all for joining me. Have a good rest of your day. I will talk to y'all later.